Have you ever seen a family, say a boy and his parents? The boy has blue eyes while his parents have brown eyes. Or maybe he has red hair while his parents have brown or blonde hair. Most of our features, including eye color and hair color, are all thanks to our genes. These tightly knit strands of DNA are what make us who we are. But there's a deeper level to what our genes can do for us, or rather, against us. Genetic health has sparked my interest and is why I have chosen to pursue it as my major, and why I feel so passionate about its development. Genetic testing can provide valuable information to people about their health status, as well as to what they're susceptible to and how they can manage or avoid their illness overall. To understand the importance genetic testing is to healthcare, we will review 3 different types of testing: diagnostic, predictive, and carrier testing. First, let's examine what genetic testing is overall. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, they state that genetic testing is meant to find gene mutations or variants, which are permanent changes to DNA. And it is usually done through the means of a blood or a saliva sample. Now that we have a generic understanding of what genetic testing is, let's jump into one of the many things it can do. Diagnostic testing is a universal tool in medicine. For geneticists, according to Dr. Roberta Pagan and others, it is used to confirm or rule out a disorder in a patient who is showing symptoms or physical signs. Take, for example, a karyotype diagnostic test. According to the National Institute of Health, it is meant to find chromosomal abnormalities. Our chromosomes are what hold our genes, and we need 46 of them, 23 from mom and 23 from dad. These tests can find something in patients like, say a patient has an extra chromosome. This could indicate Down syndrome or Edwards syndrome. Or maybe they find that someone is missing a chromosome. This could indicate Turner syndrome. Again, I would like to reiterate that all of this is done with just a saliva or a blood sample. However, it is important and crucial to diagnostics that a patient is showing symptoms and physical signs. Otherwise, this could be considered as a predictive test. Predictive testing, according to Dr. James Evans and others, is when you predict the risk of a patient's future health. It is crucial for a patient to provide a family history of any genetic disorder. To think of it simply, say you call a pizza place and you ask for a meat lover's pizza, but without pepperoni. Upon arrival, you either get what you ask for or you don't. The same goes for predictive testing. You say someone has a cancer that runs in their family. They get a predictive test and find that they have the gene for it. As they age, they'll find that they either get the cancer or they do not. This is a great test to prepare yourself and your family for future risks that you are nervous about. Finally, in contrast to predictive testing, we have carrier testing. Cleveland Clinic states that carrier testing is meant to determine if a person is a carrier for a specific gene. It is important to note that if someone is a carrier, they themselves do not have the disease and they do not show symptoms. Cleveland Clinic also states that for carrier testing, they search for autosomal recessive traits, which can be characterized by this little R right here. Say a couple goes and gets a carrier testing and they find that they are both autosomal recessive for the same disorder. The likelihood that their offspring will then get that disorder jumps to 25%. And then 50% that their offspring is just a carrier, and then again 25% that their offspring is not a carrier and they do not have the disease. This is why geneticists highly recommend carrier testing before pregnancy. Carrier testing is a great way for families to make a health plan beforehand. Overall, under the umbrella of genetic testing, diagnostics testing has the ability to review DNA and confirm or rule out a disorder. Predictive testing can help you and your family make plans before a problem arises, and carrier testing is a great way to help families when wanting to expand. Genetic testing will continue to help provide families with information about their health and how they can move forward regardless of the outcome. Genetics is still a new and upcoming thing, but it is ever evolving, and I have no doubt it will help change the face of medicine. Thank you. Was that good?